Absolutely. We are definitely fielding phone calls right now.
We have had a lot of calls and cancellations and rebookings.
Over the past 2 days, you may have seen a sudden burst of these posts online from Canadians canceling plans or bookings for travel to and through the U.S. A few days back, British Columbia's premier making a similar suggestion.
I really do think that for Canadians right now, when you're planning your March break vacations, when you're planning your summer vacations, if the tariff threat is realized, that we should really be thinking carefully about spending our money in that country.
And now a couple of travel agencies tell us some travelers are pulling the trigger on the cancel button.
We're definitely seeing Canadians redirecting their travel bookings right now.
According to Flight Center, this is a trend that has been taking shape over the past few months.
In November, when our dollar dropped, that's when Canadians first started to shift their travel priorities. So they were stepping away from the U.S. already.
A trend she says shifted into higher gear with more travelers unhappy about a looming trade war, calling to make changes. She gives us one example of a couple planning a road trip in Arizona, pulling the plug.
This was a $10,000 trip that they have rebooked, and they are now going to Portugal instead.
Adding right now, most of these switched bookings seems to be headed for a variety of international destinations and Canada's East Coast.
Caribbean inquiries and bookings are going up. East Coast domestically here in Canada are going up. Mediterranean cruises are going up.
I don't think it's really happening in droves yet. For us, it's more just a lot of rumbling.
Meanwhile, Tina Dowd owns Vacations for Canadians, an agency that specializes heavily in cruise packages. She says right now it's a lot of calls from people asking the question. She says, as always, it's much easier to change future plans than something already booked.
I mean, people also have to consider there could be cancellation fees if they cancel their trips. So we haven't seen a ton of people canceling. It's more just, I think a lot of people are waiting to see at this point.
She also points out travel is often integrated, so depending on your package, a canceled cruise out of, say, Miami may also be felt across the Caribbean.
You know, we're supporting local destinations that are international, and they need our tourism dollars.
Or if you booked with a local travel agent on a Canadian airline, that cancellation could boomerang back.
So when you book through our agency, you're supporting us. We're all staff and agents are 100% Canadian.
We did also reach the Canadian Association of Travel Agencies. They declined to comment, citing it being too early to determine any trends. For City News, I'm David Zura.